I'm Mary Wetzel, and I'm here at the site of Fort Mercer on the Red Bank battlefield in National Park, New Jersey. So during the American Revolution, the Americans built several forts along the Delaware River, which blocked the large British ships from sailing to and from Philadelphia. The largest of these forts was here at Fort Mercer. It was an earthen-made fort, which means that it was built by constructing walls out of dug-up dirt. The fort had not been completed as of the fall in 1777, but it was still ready for an attack by the British. In addition to the forts along the Delaware, a unique and clever defense system called chevaux de frise was placed in the Delaware River. These were large timbers with long iron spikes stuck out of them, which would pierce any British ships which might try to sail up or down the river. The British captured Philadelphia on September 26, 1777. However, they needed food and supplies to support the soldiers billeted there. Their ships were anchored further north along the river in Pennsylvania, but the Patriots controlled the water route through the forts along the river. As their supplies dwindled in Philadelphia, the British troops were placed on half rations. They needed to locate more supplies quickly. Colonel Christopher Green was the American commander in charge of Fort Mercer. On October 22, 1777, approximately 2,000 Hessian soldiers attacked Fort Mercer, both by land and by sea. Only 600 American soldiers defended the fort and the Delaware River. Colonel Green wisely made a fake wall and a small redoubt in the shape of a pentagon within the center of the fort. The American soldiers fired from the parapet down on the advancing Hessian troops. British General William Howe attacked the American forts along the Delaware River, while Colonel von Donop, a Hessian commander, attacked Fort Mercer behind me. The Hessians attacked Fort Mercer around 4 p.m. in what was called the Battle of Red Bank. The 2,000 Hessian troops outnumbered the 600 American soldiers. However, Colonel Green knew about the attack by some American spies. Because he had knowledge of the attack, the Americans were prepared, and the battle lasted just 45 minutes. Even though they had a much larger force, the Hessians were defeated at Fort Mercer and suffered over 500 casualties. The Americans dealt with approximately 30 casualties. Among the Hessian casualties was their commanding officer, Colonel von Donop, who led the attack on the fort. During the land battle, the American ships on the Delaware River came and fired upon the British ships, which were attacking the other forts in the area. The British also lost these sea battles and lost a battleship and an 18-gun ship. The victory at Red Bank was a defeat for the British, which was new for them. The roles were reversed by the British and the Americans, but the British still continued a nighttime bombardment of Fort Mercer by their remaining ships, and they eventually caused the Americans to retreat out of the fort. Colonel Green and the other Patriots abandoned the fort, but before they left, they burned it and everything around it to the ground so the British would not move in. Even though the Americans lost the fort, the Battle of Red Bank had a significant impact on the war. It's suggested by some historians that the French would not have entered the war to aid the Americans without the victory at Red Bank or the victory at Saratoga earlier that week. Thank you.